So the CMHC has discontinued the first-time homebuyers incentive. So I'm going to get into what that incentive was, what it means now for first-time homebuyers, how it impacts them, as well as how it impacts the real estate market. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Sid Sir from Team Sir Real Estate. I help clients with buying, selling, leasing, investing, as well as pre-construction. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. So the first-time homebuyers incentive, what exactly is it? According to the CMHC, the first-time homebuyer incentive makes it easier for you to buy a home and lower your monthly mortgage payments. The program is a shared equity instrument. It works by getting an extra 5 or 10% of the down payment of your home and then repaying the government either 5 or 10% of the property's value at the time of repayment, up to a maximum repayment amount equal to, in the case of appreciation, the incentive amount plus a maximum gain to the government of 8% per year, or in the case of depreciation, the incentive amount minus a maximum loss to the government of 8% per year. So essentially what it is basically the government helping you with the down payment so that you have a larger down payment and you're borrowing less money from the lender, essentially lowering your mortgage monthly payments. So it's designed to somehow make housing more affordable for first-time buyers. Now, this loan that they give you, this 5 or 10%, is interest-free, which means you don't pay any interest on it. You do have to pay that loan back, however, in either 25 years or when you sell the home, whichever comes first. Now, there is another added element to this, which is the shared equity program. Now, you are going into a shared equity program with the government, so if you make any gains in your home, let's just say you bought a property for $500,000 and you then sell it in 5 years for $700,000, the government will take part of that equity, right? And they have some caps and ceilings as to how much they can take, but there is that shared equity bit that you have to pay on top of the loan amount that you're repaying. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the program was launched in 2019, and the CMHC at the time had committed $1.25 billion to be paid out for this program. However, to date, or at least at the end of 2022, they've committed only $329 million, representing about 18,500 applicants. Now, on top of that, there are some eligibility criteria to determine whether or not you qualify for this program. One of them being your total annual qualifying income doesn't exceed $120,000 or $150,000 if the home you're purchasing is in Toronto, Vancouver, or Victoria, and your total borrowing, meaning the amount of mortgage plus the amount provided by the program, is no more than 4 times your qualifying income. And again, if you're in Toronto, Victoria, or Vancouver, it's 4.5 times that. You or your partner are a first-time buyer, and you're a Canadian citizen, PR or non-PR, resident authorized to work in Canada, and you meet the minimum down payment requirements with traditional funds. So you might be thinking, well, this program makes sense for first-time buyers. Why are they taking it away? It's reducing their monthly mortgage payments. Well, one of the big issues is to do with the income criteria, right? So if you are in Toronto or Vancouver, the bigger cities where the price points are on average over $1 million for a home, income qualifier doesn't really make sense because you need to be able to make over $200,000 in Toronto to be able to afford a home, and it's the same in Vancouver. And yes, you can buy a smaller property, let's just say a condo, which would fit within the confines of the program and the criteria, including the income. So which brings me to the other point, which is the shared equity part and element of the program didn't really make sense to a lot of people, and I don't blame them, right? You're essentially going into a shared equity plan with the government, meaning any gains you make, any of the appreciation, you have to share that with the government. And not a lot of people are really pleased with that. They don't really want to share the profits with anybody. Now, having said that, if you are interested in this program and believe you would benefit from it, there is a deadline to apply now that they're discontinuing it, and that deadline is March 21st. So again, if you're interested, make sure you reach out to your lender, mortgage broker, or even myself, and I'd be happy to walk you through it on how to apply. Now, the government does have some other great incentives for first-time buyers that you can also take advantage of. One of them is the land transfer tax rebate. So let's just say you're in Ontario, you're buying a house, you do have to pay what's called a land transfer tax. And if you're in the city of Toronto, you have to pay the municipal as well as the provincial. So it's like a double land transfer tax. So the government's incentive for the land transfer tax rebate does ease the burden for first-time home buyers. It essentially cuts it by almost half in some cases. So that's a great incentive that a lot of first-time buyers take advantage of. The other one is the Homebuyers plan, which was launched quite recently, which is a program that allows you to withdraw your registered retirement savings plan or RRSPs to buy or build a qualifying home. And then there's the FHSA, or the First Home Savings Account, similar to the Homebuyers plan, where you can contribute up to $8,000 every single year, up to $40,000 that you can take out tax-free to put down towards your first home. If you have questions about any of these incentives or programs, feel free to reach out to me and book a one-on-one time. I'd be happy to sit down and talk about your plans on a case-by-case basis. If you found any value in this video, please go ahead and give it a like. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.